What's happening, fellas? Feast your eyes on this absolutely stunning 1978 Honda 250R CR Elsinore. This is a fantastic piece of motocross Americana restored by Mark Underwood, who's probably one of the most obsessed restoration guys I've met. Everything had to be perfect on it, and he even chose to keep the original front tire on it. When he got the bike, it was a low-hour original. He's restored, I think, 5 or 6 of these if you look back to the video at his house, and every one was numbered 178, 278, 378, 478. I think this was number 378, if I remember correctly. That meant the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth ones he had restored. Him and his son had a awesome garage full of world-class tools, and they would take their time. I was referred to him by a mechanic friend of ours who knew he had these, and he ran out of money building a brand new house and needed money, so we came in and purchased these. I wish we could keep them for the museum. This is absolutely a museum quality piece. The paint job on it is absolutely stunning. The VMX fenders, the custom side panels are just awesome. The original factory seat cover is in mint condition. I think it's the original seat cover. That's the original front wheel, rim, forks, spokes. Everything's original on the bike and in excellent condition. The chrome on the front fork tubes is perfect. There's no pitting on the chrome. The front wheels are in mint shape. Mark went through the whole bike. This is what a classic nut and bolt restoration. Took it right down to the frame. Had the frame sandblasted, primed and painted the original Honda factory red. Same thing with the engine. Cases were split. The crank seals were done. The engine was bored. The ports were cleaned up and ported. The cylinder head was sandblasted while it was off and stripped out all the paint. Brand new piston rings, top end bearing, complete brand new engine. The entire thing. Crank seals, bearings, every seal, every wrist pin, top end bearing, spark plug, plug wires. The head was refinished. The inside of the head was polished. The outside of it was sanded and painted. The carb has been rebuilt. It's absolutely stunning. Has a set of Fox air shocks on there, period correct. They do need new seals on the shocks, I'm assuming, because the nitrogen leaked out of them. Pretty common for it's low on nitrogen. It has to be, I think it's 120 pounds. I don't know. I have to check the manual on the shocks, or check online. But the shocks are supposed to have a little more nitrogen in them. Long travel, about, I'm going to guess 10 inches in the rear, 11 inches in the front. I was just watching, if you know Todd DeHoop, he's the 1988, I think it was, 125 national champion, and he was also a 250 rider. Junior got to ride with him at Daytona this year. He was recently injured at Daytona, unfortunately, but I was watching the video last night. He said at the Farley Castle MX Des Nations, when he was racing, they checked all his lap times. He won the Twin Shock Championship on this exact same model bike, set up very similar to this one. And his lap times, he was surprised to see, were within a second a lap of his 86 Elsinore CR250 liquid-cooled single shock bike with the disc brakes on it, which is pretty remarkable. And he said that he cornered faster on this model bike, and that's something I rode these back in the 80s and in 90s and into the early 2000s. I had one for a woods bike, and what I noted is in the woods I could turn, the center of gravity is lower on this, and it's a little bit lower to the ground, so it turns on a dime. So he was making up speed in the corner if he was losing anything in the braking or in the suspension category. So, you know, did I say that this thing is absolutely gorgeous? I don't know if I mentioned that, but has the VMX front number plate, VMX front fender, which is just stunning. The shine on the VMX is second to none. The fork tubes, again, on this side are in perfect shape. The frame rails are perfect on it. Look up close at the hardware, the engine mount bolts, Kenny. These are the correct cadmium Honda gold-plated bolts. You don't see that in a lot of restorations. When I said Mark was obsessed, he made sure all the hardware, to the best of his ability, was new Honda NOS hardware. He chased parts for years to bring this to this condition. The gas cap looks to be brand new, as does the breather line. The steering stem nut, you can see, usually these are all cobbed up from some bozo using a crusty wrench on it.
Is this a new old stock exhaust?
I don't think it's a new old stock exhaust. It has a tiny ding in it on the front, so I believe it's the original exhaust. I'm not sure why he didn't have a pipe specialist take that ding out of there. That's something we probably could do here. So the side panels are obviously the see-through side panels. It has the original HM480 Honda muffler, which is in perfect condition. The muffler mount bolts are the correct bolts. All the hardware looks good, and he even put his signature on the back right here.
The 430.
430. the HM430 muffler. This is May of 2013. That's when he completed the restoration. The total ride time that it has is whatever wear you see on the rear tire. It was not ridden in the dirt. It was ridden up and down his street and up and down our driveway here, so there's no dirt on it. Rear hub is in mint condition. The rear brakes has a brand new gold chain on it. I don't know if you can zoom in and show them the chain and the swing arm and the condition of the Fox shocks. These shocks are in absolutely pristine condition. Just need a new set of seals possibly. Junior, is there anything you'd like to add about this classic CR?
I mean, those Fox shocks talk about unobtainium. I think we sold a set for Larry McKelvey last year, and they brought over $1,000, and they were comparable to this set. This might be a little bit nicer, but guys, really refreshing to see twin shock CRs that were restored to this level. It's been a while since we've had something comparable come through the museum. Mark, hats off, man. I'm looking forward to meeting you after seeing your builds. Really impressive stuff. This, and guys, stay tuned for the other twin shock LZ we got coming up.
He has another twin shock Elsinore that looks to be NOS brand new, with the only change being the Changshin tires that are on it, because the original one's dry rotted, but it's absolutely freaking phenomenal. And he's got a 2001 CR500 that we're selling from his collection, and also the brand new NOS CR85 came from his collection. So Mark is an absolute perfectionist. His gun collection, his motorcycle collection, his car collection, second to none. Everything he has is an absolute dime piece, or he's in the process of restoring it to dime piece status. So Wizard did a once over mechanically on it, noted the compression was a perfect original 150 PSI, adjusted the controls, adjusted the brakes. Mark stored all his bikes with no chains on them so that his kid wouldn't ride them, I think, and also no one could get on and start it right away. So when we bought the bike and it had no chain on it, we put the gold chain on there. Wizard test rode it. Everything confirmed, everything was excellent on it. He did remove the air filter that was in there and replaced it with a brand new twin air filter. The original air filter, was ready for replacement. It wasn't dirty. It was just they start to get brittle after a certain amount of time. So went into the detail shop. Not much was needed. I only got 4.5 hours on this work order. It was hand cleaned and greased, touched up the engine side cover, and polished the wheels. That was it. 4.5 hours labor, plus parts, new air filter, new chain, new gear lube, new spark plug. Now Mark obviously did all the heavy lifting on this, and you ask yourself, what would it cost to bring up? Now you can buy these CR250s in Connecticut area. $3,000, $3,000 to $4,000 will get you a decent runner that you can ride. What would it cost to take one down to the frame and do a complete restoration like this and add a set of Fox air shocks? I can tell you straight up, the paint job on the gas tank is going to run you $400 to $500. The VMX plastics, front and rear, those are very expensive. That's probably there's over $200 in plastics on the bike between the front and rear fenders and the side number plates, probably $250. Rebuilding the motor, the crank bearings, crank seals, everything, that all adds up. And the time it takes to do it adds up. So you could easily spend 50 hours shop labor doing a frame off on a bike like this easily. And we put 150 in the junior CR, but that was a whole nother level. We're building a race bike. But conservative 50 hours labor at typical shop rate for this type of service is around 100. We're at 90. Most shops charge more. So parts and labor, you could easily drop a small fortune in restoring one of these. You just don't see them out there for sale in this kind of shape. And it has not been ridden off-road since the restoration's been done, so it's pristine. If you want to race this at Farley Castle, just have the Fox air shocks serviced, and that's it. Maybe put a new front tire on it. That's the original front tire on it. And there's another clue. The privileged life this bike has led is there's the front tire on it. I'll bet then that's another thing. You can buy these that look nice, but what you don't know the history. Has it been hammered? Has it been jumped? Has it been beat to shit? That's the original front tire. The entire bike, I promise you, has under 20 hours use on it. You can see the back side of the knobby is worn down more than the front, which is proof it's been ridden mostly up and down the driveway, which is the only riding it's had since Mark has restored it. So let's take a look at the bottom of the bike. I always encourage people to take a look at the bottom of the bike. Also, you'll see the frame. Junior, want to describe that? I can't see it.
Perfectly straight.
As is the engine cases and everything else. You can see all the gaskets are brand new. Look at the hardware on this side too, Kenny. These are usually stripped out. all the Allen screws are brand new. The original gold cadmium plating is still on the axle bolt. Gold cadmium plating on the bolts. It's all either original perfect hardware or NOS brand new Honda replacement. Cables look brand new. The bars look brand new. Now this paint job on these handlebars, Mark explained this to me. The original factory handlebars on a Honda have a little bit of a green tint to them, believe it or not, underneath the black, and it gives it this strange little sparkle, which I can see in this. You see that, Kenny? Mark went through all kinds of hassle to get the original factory paint mixed so it would match the patina on the original bars. Most people just grab some cheesy black paint and shoot it on there. Not Mark. He went the extra mile to make sure that even that had the right patina. The original levers are in excellent condition, still shine. It's got a I don't know if that's an NOS brand new throttle cable. The grips. Look at the hardware on holding the bars on. Those are either re-chromed or brand new out of a box. Usually they're stripped off after you're at the racetrack. Things loosen up. You grab a dirty wrench and it gets damaged. Not this one. This is original low-hour dime piece. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Good luck bidding on it. If you want to leave it in the museum, please do. We'd love to have this on display. It's being sold to contribute to the continuation fund of Kaplan Cycles and the New England Motorcycle Museum. We're supported solely by the sale of motorcycles. If you have a bike you want to sell, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We do consignment sales here, and we do purchase collections or even one bike at a time. So give us a shout. We'll try to help you out. Thanks for watching. And as always, God bless the United States of America.